Hi there, I'm Andy, this is Ruby, and this is our Carthago Chic Sea line. We owned it for a few months and we've been out on a few trips, and there's one modification we'd like to make. Such a big motorhome that when you come to park and empty out the grey waste tank, it can be difficult to manoeuvre straight over the grey waste emptying point. Also, when we get home, it's difficult to empty the grey waste, which we normally do just onto our side garden border. But the grey waste tank on these vehicles apparently is 140 litres. So doing it with a bucket or doing it with an old water container would involve quite a lot of work, really. I also think that carrying spare roller tanks and buckets is just a waste of space in your vehicle as well. So my plan is that there's a threaded connector on the end of the grey waste drain down pipe there, and I'm going to see if I can connect some plumbing onto the end of that, so there's a flexible hose that I can use like a hose pipe to direct all the grey waste down onto the border here, or make it easier when you park at an official grey waste dumping site to just park anywhere and just use the hose pipe to point down the hole. Now this motorhome's so heavy, I borrowed my next door neighbour's car ramps and it squashed them straight away. So I've got an old scaffolding deal here, cut it up into different lengths, screwed the sections onto each other, and I've made my own DIY motorhome ramp that should never collapse under the weight of the vehicle. That means it's much easier for me to get underneath and do what I need to. The first step I had to do was to try and work out what size thread was on the end of this waste pipe here. It actually, after a bit of measuring and research and things, found out that it's 1.5 inch BSP thread on there, but I was a bit worried that just an ordinary plug hole adapter or something might not fit because of this strange little bit here with no rubber seal on. Now, as I don't know very much about domestic waste plumbing, the biggest faff with this job has definitely been trying to find the right fittings for the job. So I'm going to show you what I've bought and what fits. So to start with, I found out that this Euro to UK waste adapter was the best thing to put on the actual waste pipe on the motorhome, mainly because it's got this nice big flat rubber seal in there, which is going to seal well against the actual fitting on the motorhome. And this can actually then go straight onto the next fitting. I'll list the full descriptions of all these fittings in the actual notes on the video. This fitting stays on the motorhome, and this is going to be the fitting that you detach or attach to the motorhome when you want to use the pipe. Now the next coupling that fits on here is this solvent welded 90-degree spigot. So that goes in there like that. So after this 90-degree solvent welded spigot bend, we need to put in this 40mm, bring this down from 40mm pipe down to 32mm pipe. So put that one there and glue that one in. The next thing is that this is going to then go in here. Oh no, we're going to put some pipe in there. This is the 32mm pipe that goes in there. The next thing is that I've got to try and get all this pipe work to fit onto the flexible hose. So what I've got here is a solvent weld 32mm adapter to a 32mm push fit, and luckily that just goes in there quite nicely like that, and I should think that would be an adequate seal on its own, but I'm going to put a bit of glue in there as well, and then should be a good job. So obviously once this is glued, there's no going back, so I've got to make sure I do it in the right order. The other big tip I'd say is that rather than save a few quid buying your bits on the internet, I'd use your local plumbing hardware shop to get these bits, and then if you buy the wrong bits, it's a lot easier to go back and exchange them for the right fit. There we are, that all seems to have gone together quite well. I'll just leave it to set for a few minutes, but actually it's not going to have to be that leak proof because obviously it's not going to have much pressure on it, and if it does drip a little bit it wouldn't be the end of the world. So the next thing now, I've got this 32mm sort of corrugated flexible pipe that I just got from the camping and caravan shop in town. I think most those sorts of shops sell this, but plumbing merchants didn't have any. So I'm going to see if this will glue in just to make a better joint. Put a bit of glue on there. Obviously this is not the official way of gluing up a press fit joint is not what they normally say you should do, but I'm improvising here. So I've got about 3 meters of this pipe here. So nice hot day today, that shouldn't take long to dry. While this joint is setting, just wanted to show you the difference between this Euro adapter and the UK waste connection here. That's the Euro adapter, got that nice flat seal in, which will go against the flange on the motorhome fitting. This is the other fitting, which you can see there, probably that it would only be connecting up with that flat bit at the end. So I think that that would not really seal so effectively, which is why I've got this adapter on here. Now while that joint is setting, you might be wondering what the heck I'm going to do with this big long 3 meter snake of pipe work. Well, I've come up with a fix on this. I've bought a length of this black 40mm diameter pipe with a few pipe clips. The flexible pipe slips right in there, so I'm going to put a couple of meters of this in a suitable space underneath the chassis of the van, secured by really short screws, just to make sure that they don't go through the floor. God, I hate it underneath vehicles. So it's the next day now. All the glue is set here. It's Ruby's breakfast time, and we're just going to get the pipe out and see if this all works. I've stashed it all away under here, so it's all nicely hidden away, not cluttering up the inside of the van. Quickly connect it onto there. Sorry to interrupt Ruby's breakfast. Now, the moment of truth, we turn it on. Yay! All draining out. There we are, successfully drained down. Just got to unhook it. I'm going to give it a quick flush with the hose pipe just to keep it clean. Now just stow it away. Into the pipe. So that's it, everything's stowed away and all ready for our next trip. Thanks very much for watching this video. Hope you found it a bit useful or maybe mildly entertaining. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel, where there'll be more tips hopefully and more travel adventures. I'm Andy, this is Ruby, and bye for now.